Dr. Posa has the task of welcoming the many luminaries we have here this evening, whom we are very glad have joined us. So without further ado, I would like to call on Dr. Posa to welcome you and also to make some remarks. Thank you, Dr. Posa.
Thank you, Renier, our program director, the National Chairperson, Comrade Balek Ambete, the Secretary General, Kwede Mantashe, ministers and deputy ministers present here tonight, and they are here in their full force, ambassadors, high commissioners from various countries. We have more than 12 of them here. Members of the business community, and specifically sponsors that made the book possible. Welcome to the first launch of our centenary book, Unity in Diversity. Thank you for coming in such big numbers. As you were taking these many pictures, you reminded me of an incident which I experienced with one president in another country. When we were trying to take a picture, he kept saying to his photographer, "Please make us look nice." And of course, the photographer kept squinting and stressing and sweating. And at the end of the day, the photographer said, "Sir, there are not many options." It is historic for any political party to become 100 years old in any democratic society. The ANC has been blessed with 12 leaders of extremely high caliber and intellect. For that reason alone, it is already important to publish a book celebrating their contribution to the democratization of South Africa. The book itself covers in 13 chapters the 12 leadership periods. This prestigious book is of an extremely high standard, which in itself reflects the stature and caliber of the various leaders. The book is more than just a biography of the leaders. It actually tells the story of historic events that occurred within the movement during each leadership period. I'd like to thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for coming. And please look for better options for your photos.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure to call on the National Chairperson of the ANC to address the significance of the centenary celebrations. Honourable Baleka Mbete is of course the Chairperson of the ANC's Centenary Task Team. And from our side, we would like to congratulate her and her team for the great job done so far. And she has a challenging year ahead, but if the first part is to judge from, it's going to go very well for the rest of this year. I would also like to remind Honourable Mbete that about a year ago, this idea was born in your office. And we would like to say thank you very much for you and the leadership to give us the opportunity to produce this book. Over to you. Thank you.
Thanks. Program Director and co-editors of the book. I think the Treasurer General has spoken very well about what the book presents. I now want to go straight to it and whet the appetites of those that have not bought copies, so as to suggest to them that it would be a very good idea to buy a copy. The book does one of the things that we think are important to achieve in this year of the centenary. And that is to raise the awareness of South Africans and the world about our history. One of the issues around which I am very stubborn is the issue of us presenting our history. and arguing for why it is important that we present our history to ourselves, to future generations, to younger generations. It is something we have a responsibility to do. So we argue, and fearlessly so, that it is very valid, it is very important for us indeed to focus on our history. And this book tries to do that. And I want to quote first from the foreword by the Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Gwede Mantashe. It has often been said that every nation is the sum total of its memory, through which its present is shaped and its future envisioned. If you don't already have this book, is to buy this book tonight to honor the African National Congress and its forebears. Thank you very much.
I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart. And pass me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart. African sky. Sometimes I feel that you really know me. Well, sometimes there's so much you can show me.